The Vintém Hill case is a mysterious and unsolved case that occurred in Brazil in 1966. Two electronic technicians, Manuel Pereira de Cruz and Miguel José Viana, were found dead on a hill in Rio de Janeiro. They were wearing matching metal masks, and next to them was a notebook with strange instructions. The circumstances surrounding their deaths and the purpose of the masks have baffled investigators and sparked a number of theories and hypotheses. The masks were a key piece of evidence in the case. They were found over the eyes of the two men, and were made from a type of soft, pliable leaden material. The purpose of the masks has never been determined, but they have been speculated to have been used to protect the men from radiation or other harmful substances. However, there is no evidence to support this theory. The notebook found next to the bodies contained a number of cryptic instructions, including 1630 be at the agreed place, 1830 swallow capsules, after effect, protect metals and wait for mask signal. It is unclear what these instructions mean or what the agreed place was. It has been suggested that the men were part of a secret society or cult, and that the instructions were part of some sort of ritual or ceremony. The cause of the men's deaths has also been a subject of debate. Autopsies revealed no signs of foul play or violence, and the cause of death was listed as undetermined. Some have suggested that the men were poisoned by the capsules mentioned in the notebook, while others have speculated that they were victims of a government experiment or some other form of secret program. Despite an extensive investigation, the Vintém Hill case remains unsolved. The purpose of the leaden masks, the meaning of the notebook's instructions, and the cause of the men's deaths have all remained elusive. The case has fascinated and perplexed investigators, conspiracy theorists, and the public alike for over 50 years. On Christmas Eve in 1945, a fire broke out at the Sodder family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia. George and Jenny Sodder and 9 of their 10 children escaped, but the 5 youngest children, ranging in age from 5 to 14, were never seen again. The mysterious disappearance of the Sodder children has remained one of the most puzzling and haunting unsolved cases in American history. The circumstances surrounding the fire and the disappearance of the children are both suspicious and intriguing. According to reports, the fire was caused by faulty wiring, but George Sodder later found that the family's phone lines had been cut, preventing them from calling for help. Additionally, witnesses reported seeing strange activity around the home that night, including a man watching the house and possibly stealing a ladder from the Sodders' property. The search for the missing children was extensive, but no remains were ever found. Despite a $5,000 reward and an extensive investigation, the case remained unsolved. George and Jenny Sodder never gave up hope, and continued to search for their children for the rest of their lives. Over the years, a number of theories have been put forward to explain the Sodder children's disappearance. Some believe that they were kidnapped by organized crime, due to George Sodder's outspoken criticism of Italian dictator Benito Mussolini. Others suggest that the children were taken by a vengeful employee, or by someone seeking revenge against the Sodders for their refusal to support the local coal mining union. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the case continues to capture the public's imagination. The Sodder children's disappearance is a reminder of the power of hope and the strength of family in the face of tragedy. It is also a cautionary tale about the dangers of jumping to conclusions and the importance of keeping an open mind when investigating a mysterious case. Even after more than 75 years, the mystery of the Sodder children's disappearance remains unsolved. On a hot summer day in 1912, the small town of Vernon Parish, Louisiana, was rocked by a brutal and inexplicable crime. The Wowoah family, consisting of 6 members, were found brutally murdered in their home. The case remains one of the most notorious unsolved mysteries in the state's history. The Wowoah family were well-liked members of the community, and there was no apparent motive for the killings. The patriarch of the family, John Wowoah, was a successful farmer who had recently come into some money, leading some to speculate that the motive may have been robbery. However, nothing was taken from the home, and the murder weapon was never found. The crime scene was gruesome. John Wowoah, his wife, and their 4 children had all been bludgeoned to death. The bodies were found in various parts of the house, with no signs of a struggle. The only clue left behind was a cryptic message scrawled on the wall in what appeared to be blood: "Satan is here." The investigation was hampered by a lack of evidence, and no suspects were ever identified. The case soon faded from public attention, but rumors and legends surrounding the murders persisted. Some claimed that the family had been cursed or possessed by demons, while others pointed to supernatural or satanic elements as the cause of the killings. To this day, the Wowoah Family Massacre remains one of the most perplexing unsolved crimes in Louisiana's history. Despite numerous attempts to solve the case over the years, no conclusive evidence has ever been found, and the identity of the killer or killers remains a mystery. On October 21, 1978, a young Australian pilot named Frederick Valentich took off on a routine training flight from Moorabbin Airport in Melbourne, Australia. He was flying a small single-engine plane and was heading towards King Island, located off the southern coast of Australia. However, Valentich never made it to his destination and was never seen again. The disappearance of Frederick Valentich remains one of Australia's most mysterious aviation mysteries. Despite a comprehensive search and rescue operation, no trace of the pilot or his plane was ever found. The circumstances surrounding his disappearance have led to numerous theories and speculations, but the truth of what really happened that day remains unknown. According to official reports, Valentich was in contact with air traffic controllers for a while during his flight, but at around 7:12 p.m., he radioed in with a strange message. He claimed that there was a large unknown aircraft flying just above him and that it was moving at high speed. He also stated that the object had a shiny metallic surface and was emitting a bright green light. The air traffic controller tried to calm him down and asked him to identify the object, but Valentich responded with, "It isn't an aircraft." The radio transmission was then interrupted by a metallic scraping sound, followed by silence. An extensive search and rescue operation was launched, involving planes, ships, and helicopters, but no trace of Valentich or his plane was ever found. The official investigation concluded that the pilot had likely become disoriented and crashed into the ocean, but this explanation has been met with skepticism by many. There have been numerous theories surrounding Valentich's disappearance, with some suggesting that he may have been abducted by aliens, while others believe that he may have staged his own disappearance for personal reasons. Despite the many speculations, the truth of what happened to Frederick Valentich remains a mystery. In 1900, the 3 lighthouse keepers stationed on the remote Eilean Mor Island in Scotland vanished without a trace. The case, which has come to be known as the Flannan Isles mystery, has never been fully solved and has inspired numerous theories and speculation over the years. Eilean Mor is a small, uninhabited island in the Outer Hebrides, located about 20 miles west of the Scottish mainland. In the late 19th century, a lighthouse was built on the island to help guide ships through the treacherous waters of the North Atlantic. The lighthouse was manned by 3 keepers, who were responsible for maintaining the light and keeping the station in good working order. On December 15, 1900, a relief boat arrived at Eilean Mor to bring supplies and a fresh crew of lighthouse keepers. However, when the boat arrived, there was no sign of the 3 men who were supposed to be stationed on the island. The relief keepers searched the island and found the lighthouse in a state of disarray. The door was unlocked, and a meal was laid out on the table, as if the men had been in the middle of eating when they suddenly disappeared. The only sign of disturbance was a chair knocked over near the entrance. The relief keepers searched the island and found no trace of the missing men. A search party was organized, and a thorough search of the island was conducted, but no sign of the men was found. A subsequent investigation by the Northern Lighthouse Board was unable to determine the cause of the disappearance. Over the years, numerous theories have been put forth to explain the mystery. Some believe that the men were washed away by a freak wave while working on the cliffs, while others suggest that they may have been abducted by foreign spies. Some even speculate that the men were killed by a sea monster or attacked by vengeful spirits. One of the more popular theories is that the men were swept away by a sudden storm. According to this theory, the men may have been caught off guard by the storm while working on the cliffs and may have fallen into the sea. However, this theory doesn't fully explain the strange state of the lighthouse, with the door unlocked and a meal left out on the table. Another theory suggests that the men may have become disoriented or suffered from hallucinations due to exposure to toxic gases. The island is known to have deposits of phosphine gas, which can cause dizziness, headaches, and disorientation. However, this theory remains unproven, and it's unclear why only the lighthouse keepers would have been affected, while the relief crew and search party were unaffected. Despite numerous investigations and countless theories, the fate of the 3 lighthouse keepers remains a mystery.